situation you found yourself in. Was it last week?
Yes, it was actually a week ago today.
We're on the week anniversary.
Yeah, we're on the 1 week anniversary, and well, my name is David Grisham. I'm an assistant, an adult Bible study teacher at a local church, and I've been an associate pastor of several different churches here in Texas and one in Alaska over the years. And I've been a street preacher now for 16 years. And I go all over the United States, Canada, and parts of Mexico. I've been to a few places in Mexico, preaching the gospel on the streets, handing out gospel tracts, talking to people one-on-one, open air preaching, things like that. And
right. So this is your job, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my calling with God. I've been doing this for quite some time, and now I'm retired. I don't work at a job anymore because I'm 63. So now I do this full time.
Right. And specifically, something happened last week, which is why I've got you on the show. An article online caught my attention. Do you want to just go over that with us quickly?
Sure. So Monday of last week, I showed up to Sleepy Hollow Elementary School in Amarillo, Texas, and I got a full Grinch costume. I was dressed from head to toe as the Grinch. And
I saw that. Was that a mask or makeup? Because the photo did look impressive.
It was a mask. It was actually a mask, which actually looks pretty good. You know, I spent a little bit of money on that, so it was pretty good.
I can see the effort.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And the reason that I did that was because now in 2016 I did it at a local mall, but I didn't wear a Grinch costume. And some of the criticisms that people had given me was that, well, you may have frightened the children. So to address that criticism this time, by wearing a cartoon character outfit, it was less scary to the kids. As a matter of fact, many of the children smiled and waved, and one of them came up and gave me a high five.
Right.
So they were not intimidated by the Grinch. And so my sign said, Santa is fake, Jesus is real. And I just kind of stood out there where the cars were unloading, and the parents and children were literally just a few feet from me. I was on the public sidewalk. They were going up on the school property right in front of me. And I was just telling them, look, there is no Santa Claus. Christmas is about Jesus. And you parents should not tell your kids about Santa, but you need to tell them about the reason for the season, which is Jesus Christ, the birth of Jesus. And that's what Christmas is all about.
Right. So, and obviously they didn't take kindly to that.
Well, actually, one of the first parents
on the sidewalk dressed as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Some parents might not take kindly to that message.
No,
understandably, I guess.
Some of them did not. One of them did. One of them drove up and rolled his window down and said, "I know what you're doing. Keep it up, brother." Gave me a smile and a thumbs up, and he went on.
Okay.
But the most of them were upset.
I can imagine. So if I could just ask, purely from a practical standpoint, your intentions are good. You want to convert people over to Christianity. When did you decide that this specific tactic would be persuasive?
Well, this specific.
Or was it a bit of an antagonistic thing as well?
Well, it's the role of a street preacher is to bring conviction on the hearts of people that may be doing something wrong in the eyes of God. And then in the midst of that conviction, they have a choice. They can repent or they can rebel. And usually if they rebel, they usually get angry. If they realize they're doing something wrong, then they change their behavior. They fix it. So you're actually just giving them the opportunity to change. You're giving them the opportunity and the conviction to do so. To what you're doing is you're calling attention.
If I may, David, I've actually pulled some strings here and got somebody into the studio that might not necessarily agree with you, but in the spirit of just objective debate, got somebody on. It's Santa Claus himself.
David's a good little boy, isn't he? He's a very, very good boy. And
He seems nice.
He wrote to me when he was 6 and said he wanted a Grinch costume for Christmas, and where did he get it? Under the tree.
I got it on the internet. Santa, you sit on a throne of lies, as somebody said in the movie
I
Elf.
sit on a very comfortable chair I got from Waller's at Mount Barker. Thank you very much.
That's a furniture shop here.
It's a furniture shop here. But it's playing local, David. Anyway, I've got to tell you, I'm a saint. St. Nicholas. We're on the same team, David. We bet for the same team. I just bring presents. You can believe in both, surely. Can't you, David?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Jesus is the only person that's ever risen from the dead and stayed alive. So you can't be St. Nick because he's been dead for 1,700 years.
I look very good for my age. I get Mrs. Claus whips up a very nice hand cream and a nice face mask most Februarys. Anyway, but I am the person who puts the presents under the tree. But perhaps, David, there's times for different types of gifts. Would you agree?
Different types of gifts? Yes, there are different types of gifts.
Yes, there's my gifts, which are great, and you can play with them on Christmas. And then there are other types of gifts, and you can put a value on that yourself there, David.
Do you give, David, on Christmas?
I do. I'm not opposed to Christmas. I'm not opposed to giving gifts. I mean, Jesus gave us a gift on Christmas. I mean, God gave Jesus Christ as a gift to mankind on Christmas, the greatest gift ever given to us. And the wise men came and gave gifts to Jesus after he was born. And that's where we get the tradition. That's where we got the tradition. Yeah, we that was where we got started giving gifts, was because of the wise men giving gifts to Jesus of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
And then PlayStation came out and it all went to crap.
Yeah, it all went to. It's been highly commercialized ever since. And now but I'm not opposed to Christmas in and of itself. I don't have a problem with Christmas trees. I don't have a problem with celebrating Christmas. My problem is I don't think we should be substituting a man like Santa Claus in place of Jesus. I want to give Jesus the credit for the reason for the season.
Both, David?
Huh?
Can't we have both?
Well, if you told...
What's your stance on the Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy as well then? Or is...
Well, we know the Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy are not real, and most parents don't tell them that they are real. Well, sometimes with the Tooth Fairy they do, but most people don't tell kids that the Easter Bunny is real. They just don't. It's not the same level.
Well, I see where you're going with it all, David, and you're very well spoken. Thanks for coming on and being a good sport.
I just have to go and change a list or two. Thank you, David. Be a good boy. Thank you.
All right. See you, Santa.
Bye-bye.
See you, Santa.
Oh, this chair is so comfortable.
Thanks, David. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, not a problem. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right.